interesting or effective teaching? Which one is more important? That's our discussion. And effective teaching or effective homework? Which one do you prefer? So my preference is different from yours because commonly what is important is that a teacher should teach effectively. And what I understand is that effective teaching cannot help because the students are not interested in the lessons. If your lessons are interesting, students will also be interested. And what is even more important is that if students are interested in lessons, that will be the best. So when you teach English, are students interested? When you give them homework, are they interested? When you teach effectively, are they learning? Probably they are, but for a very few hours, just for a little time. When you teach properly, they learn, that's fine, but all they do is they learn for 3 hours in 1 week. On the other hand, if you can make the students motivated, if you can make the students interested in their lessons, if you can make them fall in love with English learning, they will carry on their work, they will practice at home. And even when they are interested in practicing learning English, they will not practice unless they have interesting ways to practice. Suppose the students are busy with watching dramas, Facebook and other media, and they don't go for English learning tips or English learning programs. Why? Because these programs are not as enjoyable as the dramas. In Bangladesh, for example, the dramas by Musharraf Karim are fantastic. Everybody likes them. And what happens is that when they watch any of the dramas, they don't improve their English. So what is more important is that they enjoy English learning videos. But if you tell them that this video is good for learning English, they feel bad. They don't get that much interest intact. On the other hand, if you give them some English learning videos without telling them that they are good for English learning, they will watch as long as they are enjoyable. So as soon as you talk about teaching, learning, you should practice, you should study. They don't go for long. They may go for little period of time, but usually they don't do it more. So what's beneficial is that you make them motivated, but it's too difficult to make motivate. Even when they're motivated, they will not practice English because they don't enjoy the materials. So in my YouTube channel, I have some videos. These videos are basically made by American scholars. They had researchers on this. They had fantastic videos for you. I have many of the videos in my YouTube channel. If you watch one, it may be a little bit probably in the beginning, but later subsequently will like those videos. So I'll give you a link below those videos. Hope you will enjoy them and can practice more and more and can learn English automatically, subconsciously, unconsciously, not consciously. If you are learning English consciously, most of you won't carry it. So what is important is that you have to teach in a way so that the teaching becomes interesting, enjoyable. So what is important is that the time period. If a student participates in your class and if the class is for an hour, that's it. The students won't carry on their learning process when they're away from the classes. So that's why what I'm saying is that effective teaching or effective homework. When you teach at university, you teach for 1.5 hours, just for a little time period. On the other hand, the students stay at home for longer periods of time. They are busy with different other tasks, but they are always mostly busy with their pleasure. So if you make your lessons interesting, if they enjoy, if they are more passionate with the lessons, then the learning will take place. So learning can only take place when the students are interested. Learning will not take place when you are teaching effectively. Similarly, even when you teach effectively, if your homework is not working, then they will not learn the language because they have to work at home for long. They will speak to their friends, they will communicate with others, they will call over mobile phones, they will feel like coming to your classes, they will feel like finishing their homework. So, what is important is that how much they are interested and how much you can make them interested in the lessons.